you go. Oh yeah, Sato. Nice. Woo! Oops. Yeah, it's from Soten no Ken. That's how I know it. Oh! Woo! Nice. Alright. Good night. Good night, Doug. So when I play against Sato, a lot of my playstyle goes into not really caring too much about getting hit as long as I can kill Eddie or not get knocked down into Eddie. See, like he wasn't able to get a clean hit on me, so I don't really care that I actually got hit. I'm not sure why he's not bursting. But he's dead now. If you need to punish, I mean, it depends. It depends on the opponent's tension and position, because if you just use it and he knows you're using it, then he can do shit like 5D. You can use shit like 5D or Damned Fang into meaty drill to get time. There we go. Nice. Nice. You think Zato is super weak? I think he's weak in the sense that you will almost never get the perfect Zato loop, where it's like, oh, you know, I got the perfect knockdown into Eddie summon, I do the Mawaru. Into block string, he fails to block, you know, like that will never happen. But if you're okay with that and you plan around it, I think he's not too bad. So I'm not very sure how to pronounce this, but Syniez has a pretty flight-based style right now. But the thing is, that's not too hard for Chip to chase, which is of course one of the reasons why this is not the best matchup in the world. So he should be mixing it up a bit more with like late tech and, you know, tech into just falling down, stuff like that. Oops. Oops. Yeah, you can't just press up. You can't just press random buttons when you're coming down from flight. Oops. And that's another big problem, is that when you summon your Eddie, you have to have a definite plan of what you're gonna do with him. Also, if you're gonna fly only in one direction, then it's pretty easy to read where you're going. Whoa, what was that sound? Yeah, and just like I don't know, summoning in general is a high commit action. Unless you're absolutely sure that the opponent is not going to come at you. Like, that's fine, but you didn't get anything off of it. See, again, I don't care if I get hit as long as I kill Eddie while doing it. It's actually better to hit Eddie than it is to hit Zato, because if you hit Zato then Eddie goes away, but his gauge stays. Let's see again. Oops. Nice. Unfortunate though. Nice. Sorry, that doesn't work against Chip. So you're definitely one of those matchups that can feel very oppressive if you're not used to Chip's options. And even at very high level, like if you watch Samito versus Ogawa, even then, Samito can make the matchup look absolute balls. Bold. I'm sorry. Whoa. That was weird. Did you guys see how that crossed me up? Nice. Oh, greedy. Should've just taken your knockdown. He also keeps trying to like mash 5P, and that's a really bad idea against Chip. Are you able to react? Not really. I mean, the general you, sure, but I personally am not quite so fortunate. Woo! Nice. I don't know about that one. I would have taken the knockdown. Shadow Gallery knockdown? Shadow Gallery knockdown is kind of hard. I don't know what you mean by Shadow Gallery knockdown. You can use, at least you can use a low normal like 2p, which will at least beat 6p. Cause I'm at this point I'm just using 6p to make a slow frame trap. Ooh. Messy burst. How could he get... You blitz charge, duh! That's the easiest way. Why are you talking about like Shadow Gallery? Oh, nice. You're right, Titan. You're right. That could have ended badly for me. I think his main problem right now is that he's trying to like use the eddy as a space cover. Basically, like, he's making me think he's thinking that when he makes the eddy, I'll try to avoid the eddy and then do something. So he's sticking out something that would, like, say for instance, catch me teleporting behind the eddy or whatever. But I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to kill the eddy when I see it out. Because I don't really care so much about avoiding the eddy as I do killing it. So should he be running at me himself? Kind of hard to say. I don't actually know what Eddie is supposed to do in this matchup. Oops. Oh, I managed just to catch him. Because the only Eddie I've actually ever seen fight decently against a chip is like Ogawa. Which isn't to say that, for example, Tights would be incapable of fighting against an Eddie. Hell, I lost to a Zato at Toshinsai. But no, it wasn't Tights. It was Commando Miss Seijin, who is also known as Tsu. I'm pretty salty because after Toshinsai, I played him again at Mikado. I beat the shit out of him. But what can you do? That's tournament. Yeah, I like that name too. Nice. Most of the time when I'm trying to play somebody, like I'll try and find somebody to play before I stream, but after I'm done, unless I have somebody else already lined up, then like if you were watching and just said you wanted to play, then I don't see why not. That was good. Nice. So yeah, the problem with having Eddie deployed is that if he gets too far away, then it's easy to snipe him with Gamma Blade. But if you keep him too close, then he's not really doing his part as a, you know, as Eddie. However, for today, I kind of want to end early so that I can get some other stuff done. You definitely need to get the feeling for the range of Chip's DP though. Woo. Yeah, sure, just hit me up on stream. Oh no, wait, it's like Deb said, I should start charging. I should be like, you know, you can't play a set with me until you sub. And yeah, the habitual flight after teching is a really bad idea. Sometimes it's okay not to fly. I think I'll just play 2 more. Oh. Unfortunate. Ah, nice. It's unfortunately too easy for Chip to escape. Oh, nice. Nice. See, the problem with summoning Eddie is that once you've summoned him, he becomes a liability. Unless you immediately hit with him, of course. Oops. Because of course, once you've summoned him, you have to unsummon him. And unsummoning is definitely is not a free action. Alright, GG's, man. So once you have him out, you need to make it count. So you need to, you can't just bring him out and go like, okay, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen now. You have to have an immediate plan. The moment you summon him, you have to be like, okay, I'm going to do this because based on what he's done before, like he's gonna Gamma Blade, so I'm just gonna break the law, and with Zato, I'm gonna IAD over the Gamma Blade, and then we'll be right in his face, and I'll be able to knock him down, or, you know, you need something. Sounds like that was a stressful character. Probably. To turn the version of the game back. I mean, it doesn't really change. None of this changes in any version, at least of Exerd. I mean, there's definitely matchups where you can just pull out Eddie and go like, okay, I'm gonna see what he's gonna do, and I'm gonna fuck him up for it. Like, you don't think before you pull out Zato, you pull out Eddie against Potemkin, right? You just pull it out, and just literally by the act of summoning him, you have already made Potemkin start sweating. But Chip's not like that. Chip is like, okay, by summoning him, it's a liability. You're like, man, do I break the law? Because break the law is obviously the easiest counter against Gamma Blade. But if I break the law, then that's like, I'm basically choosing to make Eddie not exist for a while to avoid my attempt at killing him. But in that case, why did you bring him out in the first place? So you basically, when you break the law with Eddie, you're basically saying, I hope he commits some sort of resource, like either time or attention or whatever, to trying to kill little Eddie. Like, I'm definitely not the best at this, but I'll try and show you like an example of what I'm thinking. Oh god, this is gonna be so fucking hard with two characters. Wow, did you hear that? Did you hear him say his own name? He was like, Zato. That was vaguely disturbing. All right. Okay, yeah, that's it. Fuck. I'm trying to remember all my shit. All right. So say that you're at this kind of distance, right? And then you pull out Eddie, and he's right here. Now, this is obviously in slow motion because I'm really fucking bad at controlling Eddie, okay? But, and then he's right here, and you're like, and Chip is like, oh shit, that's that Eddie, I wanna Gamma Blade him. So like, fuck. Fuck. Yeah, that's what you want, okay? Like situations like that, those are known situations. Like you have to know this range. You have to know that, you know, Chip will go for that, and then you go for that. But the thing is, like, you can die so easily because, you know, if he reads you, then you're fucked. Obviously, if you did that and you did Nobiru, then you get him. But because it doesn't end in knockdown, it's like I'm okay with that. the first situation where you actually got me, like this situation, I'm kind of sweating. I'm not actually worried because I still have burst. I have a ton of meter that I can use to try and like blitz on wake up. You know, I have a ton of life. Life is also an expendable resource for me. So I'm not scared yet, but it's worse. It's worse than actually just being taken by like a Nobito counter hit right here and eating like 40%. Because that still leaves me with 60% and your turn is basically over. Because I just air tech out and I probably spend enough time, you know, stalling. So also like when I'm in the air and doing shit like this, you have to recognize that and either spend time making Eddie move into a position where I would land and be ready to take advantage of that, or unsummon Eddie and then move yourself into a better position. But either way, controlling Eddie, you definitely need a plan. You definitely need a clear image of what Chip is trying to do. Like say for example, back in this instance, right? What if I did this? Then you just got hit. You might even got counter hit, which is not a big deal, but you still got counter hit trying to do a drill. Even if you didn't unsummon the Eddie, then the Eddie probably took the Alpha Blade hit for you, which is much better, but your Eddie's still dead. Or hell, like what if I spent tension to Gamma Blade and then I just ran past your Eddie? Like even from this range, I can very easily chase you down. So again, you have to, it's not just a matter of being ready, you also have to have a pretty solid grasp on what the opponent is trying to do. And also just like I could just teleport right here and you would have to react to that as well. Now obviously, if you read that I was going to teleport, I think that's it. Yeah, like if you read that, then that's great. Then you got like 50%. But then you know, you don't know that I won't just try and do this instead. So you need to, again, have a solid grasp on my habits, and to a certain extent you want to read, you want to use either the Eddie as bait or you want to use him as his shield. But either way, you can't just afford to be like, okay, I'm just gonna pull Eddie out and I'm gonna see what happens. That's if you want to be able to do that, you have to be really, really, really good at controlling Eddie, and even then it doesn't work out sometimes. Like if you go back and watch Ogawa play against Samito, you'll see him just pull out Eddie sometimes. He's really confident in his ability to control Eddie, and even then sometimes you just get sniped out of nowhere and you can't really just do anything about it. I mean, fuck, think about like you can't react to that. You can't see that coming. I just did that literally like out of nowhere, and now your Eddie's dead, and I'm right in your face, and you need to deal with that. So again, it requires a bit of commitment and a lot of familiarity with Chip's options. So yeah, you've got a lot of homework to do. You need to choose something instead of trying to have as much. I mean, that's just with regards to pulling out Eddie. Maybe you can play reactive without Eddie, or you know, pull him out and accept that you'll get him knocked down and then try to get a better position from that. But like for example, situations like this, I'm not exactly sure what you were going for here. Like you definitely did this multiple times. Was it a command miss or something like that? Because the the drill, even if it had appeared, I would have just DP'd you. And my DP is like probably my default go-to option against Eddie. No, like you had me knocked down in the corner and then you just did drill. Well, oh, drill summon as okay. Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't do that against DP characters. Period. Like Soul will kill you just as easily as Chip did. Soul will do it. Leo will do it. I mean, no character is gonna give a fuck if they have a DP about meaty drill. So yeah, I'm gonna end it pretty early today. Thank y'all for watching. I'll upload these to YouTube. So if you weren't listening while you were doing the set, you should probably go back and watch it. Not just to hear my commentary about it, but to see what mistakes you made and think about what you could have done better. I think what I want to point out most that I noticed you doing was you did a lot of habitual flight when I was showing that I was pretty ready for it. Like if I didn't counter it outright, I just sat there waiting for you to come down. So that kind of flight is really bad because it basically means you're just spending a bunch of extra frames not doing anything. So that's pretty important. I personally would watch Ogawa play, but if you have footage of other Japanese Eddies, Satos, that would be also good to watch. I mean, I've played Marlin Pai a bunch also, and there's stream footage of that up as well, but I think I win most of them, so I don't know how much that would help you out. Anyway, that's about it for now. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time, I guess. See ya.